He's Michael.
He's Reuben.
And this show is... It's a bit quiet.
It's a bit quiet.
It's usually way too loud, and that one was a bit quiet.
Yeah, we're changing things up today. On this rainy Friday.
It's a very miserable Friday.
Yeah,
but
it might not be raining where you are.
Yeah, miserable no longer in either case.
It's now simply the best territory.
The theme for today's bracket, in case you haven't heard, well, you definitely haven't heard because we're the only ones who know.
Unless you've got access
to the
somehow.
Google Doc. Major security breach. The theme for today is sets of the... It's a difficult one to kind of put.
Okay. Things with repeated letters.
Right. You'll get into the swing of things as we jump into the bracket. So, shall we, without any further ado, jump into said bracket?
Look, let's do it.
The bracket in question.
Let's do it. Okay. First up today, AA, the road company. As you can see, it's kind of makes sense. You're kind of understanding what we're getting at here.
We're picking up what we're putting down.
AA versus the 5 W's, a primary school favorite.
Who, what, where, when, why?
I mean, not quite a W if it's a Y, but WHY. There we go. Okay, should we start with the AA? Let's just get right into it.
Let's start with the AA, our roadside companions. The AA, of course, being the AA is many things. I learned in the course of researching the AA is more than just the people who come and solve your breakdowns, your vehicular breakdowns, that is.
I mean, there are some AAs that may solve various types of breakdowns.
We'll get to that. To that. So they do all sorts of stuff. They do vehicle insurance, driving lessons through the British School of Motoring, breakdown cover, loans, motoring advice, road maps, and so much more.
Wow. They're really a jack of all trades. I think I had a picture in my head of the AA as, the van that comes along, someone's broken down, they come and do their bit, they get them back on the road, or off the road, if needs be.
Yeah. It's eventually on the road again.
Yeah.
But in the short term, on the bench for recovery.
And then we shove them back in. Yeah. Tag team. I think I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I don't know the inner workings of the company. Obviously, maybe they're on the list. But I think the thing with the AA is they've always been dependable.
They
true. Help people out in times of strife.
Yeah. I think we always, on the show, we always look fondly on public services. I remember the traffic cone doing well. Every day the traffic cone goes out there and protects our roads, protects our people. And the AA is kind of similar. Obviously, it wasn't always a for-profit company, but now it is. But as far as for-profit companies go, you could do a lot worse than recovering people from breakdowns, right?
Yeah, definitely. I also think iconic image of the yellow van with the black double A's on the side.
Name a more iconic logo.
It's really iconic.
Yeah.
When I don't know if listeners can relate to this, but when I used to play the yellow car game.
Oh, classic.
The AA vans were the only ones that didn't count.
Oh,
they
really?
Were too obvious.
Banned.
Yeah, they were banned.
Yeah. A meta.
But I think that just goes to show that's a testament to the iconicity of the logo.
And how prevalent they are. They're out there immediately.
I just think that's honourable. You're in times of trouble. The AA, they're coming along.
They will not let it be. They will make sure that you are on the way. 3 million breakdowns every year, apparently.
Wow.
Or in the region of, which is a lot.
Are they a UK only company?
They are UK only, UK and Ireland, I think.
Wow. I mean, to do 3 million breakdowns per year, that's a significant portion of the country.
Given there's 70 million people.
Yeah.
Unless there's just one guy having an awful year. He's on first name basis with the AA guy.
So you're Alan.
Not again.
I wonder if AA have a naming scheme where you can your initials have to be AA. Alan Aardvark.
Aardvark.
I don't know. Okay, maybe a more traditional surname.
Yeah, maybe. I like that idea. I assume I don't actually know the name origin, but I assume it's that thing because we kind of alluded to earlier. There are a lot of things called AA, and I think often the reason for that is the phone book meta. I think this might have come up when we were talking about Steve Jobs and his famous reality distortion field before, that Apple is called Apple because they just wanted to be in front of their competitors in like the listings. And I think I would imagine it's very similar to AA, right? Because if you're sitting there in the 70s and you're like, I need to call someone, you first page of the phone book.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And everybody would have a phone book in the car, probably.
Yeah.
So they would just look it up. Oh, need some breakdown cover. And here they are. I believe it's called AA because that stands for Automotive Assistance.
Right. I feel like that's quite labored though. There was a boardroom sitting around like reverse engineering that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. They were like, okay, AA is great. We need something.
Other things, AA, named Alcoholics Anonymous.
Naturally.
Like you said, covers a different type of breakdown. Air ambulance. It's similar in spirit to the AA we're talking about.
Yeah.
Batteries, the AA batteries, are
Classic.
reliable for the Wiimotes.
Yeah.
They also have I found this quite funny. The Michelin star.
Yes.
Like Michelin who make tires. They also like do like restaurant awards. The AA also do that. The AA Rosette. For culinary excellence.
Not quite got the same kind of grandeur as the Michelin star, though. The AA Rosette.
Yeah.
The kind of thing you would see like on like 3 food hygiene rating. They've got like an AA Rosette from 2005.
Nick's place.
I think overall, like you said, public service, we're looking on them favorably.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the
Big
AA.
fan.
Something else I'm a big fan of. This is why this episode is going to be difficult, because I'm a big fan of a lot of these things, but it's the 5 W's. As you alluded to earlier, who, what, where, when, and why. And it's always in that order.
Yeah, it's never in any other order, which makes no sense because that's not alphabetical. Yeah.
No.
But
then what would alphabetical be? What? It would be what, when, where, who, why.
But that just sounds awful.
Whoever came up with this, someone cooked it.
Someone cooked that day. Of course, which sadly gets excluded from the squad. I don't know why.
They didn't mess with which, right?
But then how, obviously, was never kind of part of the team. There's not even a chance. There's no W at the start.
I mean, yeah, I respect the attempt. You're just an anagram of who at this point, aren't you?
That's so true. I'd never thought of that.
You're an imposter.
What's your favorite? You had to pick one.
Wow. What a question. I'm partial. I think me as a person, I resonate with who the most. But I really like where and when. Those two are like iconic duos.
They show up to the function together.
Which we'll get to. We'll get to that later for the lightning round. What, he needs to be there, but he's not my favorite. And then why is a bit like the little bro of the group.
Little bro, yeah. It makes me think of like the why game of like
yes.
the toddler is just like why.
Yeah.
I will say all of them can be expressed in terms of what. I think what is the big dog.
What do you mean?
You can say for what reason. Where you can be like in what location and so on. At what time. So
what
in
about
a way,
who?
Yeah, that's the only one that doesn't
and
work.
What person? It would be which. I think that's why which is excluded, because it's a form of what, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're right. Wow.
Yeah. What is really the big dog?
I'm starting to feel like, there's one W, maybe 2.
There's a pecking order going on here.
Yeah, there's a hierarchy here.
Behind the scenes of the 5 Ws, maybe things aren't so rosy after all.
Yeah, I mean, I do like how. I know it can't be included.
Yeah.
But I do like how.
Yeah. It's very much like the 6th Jackson. Was there a 6th Jackson, or am I just making this up? The Jackson 5? Was there like a 6th Reject Jackson who never got to be part of it?
I think there
was.
Or
is this just like a dream that I had?
I think they did have more than 5 family members.
Yeah.
There must have been someone on the sidelines like auditioning.
Yeah.
It's like, you're barely a Jackson. You're not allowed in. Like, the Jackson 6, doesn't that sound great?
Yeah. It's like, son, you're a Jackson by name only. Get out.
Do you think they had someone that was like what and which, where like they had someone who was like Michael Jackson, but he was too similar? They had to like exclude him.
Interesting. Well, we've talked about like Mike Jackson before, right? Who was the other Michael Jackson?
Whoa.
Maybe he was trying to get in.
Oh, wait. I want to interview him about the 5 Ws.
Let's get him on.
Maybe he's got a different perspective.
He's got a story to tell. The 5 Ws exist in many languages. I think for English, it's because it's like it all comes from the same root word. But you have it in Hindi. You have the Ks. You have off the top of my head, Kese, which is How. So How actually makes it into the team that time. And there's like Kya, which is what, and my knowledge is failing me now. But they're all like K words, which is interesting.
Interesting, yeah. There's other languages as well. They don't have this system. I know in Japanese it's very much like dore, and that's like which, and then they just say that for everything.
So which is the big. Interesting how like the reject members of the 5Ws get their chance to shine in other languages.
In other languages, I'm starting to feel like this is a colonialist system.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've considered the inner workings of the 5Ws. Yeah. I'm not sure I like it.
I thought this would be a strong contender coming in, but I'm starting to doubt that.
I mean, they're classic, right?
Yeah. Let's not forget that. But
maybe, we're simply big proponents of equality and equity. That's why we like the AA. The 5Ws, I'm starting to think, might not be batting for the same team as us.
I think I might agree with you. Right. I think we've come to a mutual, unexpected, surprise decision.
Do you want to look it in?
Between the AA and the 5Ws. The AA, you are...
What a surprise.
That is a big surprise.
We have, next matchup, BBs of BB gun fame versus GGs of online gaming fame.
From online games.
Let's talk about BBs first. BBs are like the little tiny pellets that get fired out of BB guns. I thought BB, common misconception apparently, or at least that's what Reddit told me, is that they're not ball bearings. I thought it was like BB for ball bearing because it looks like a little ball bearing.
I can see that. I think it's one of those things that subconsciously I may have thought that, but I hadn't quite like attributed it to it. BB was like, but then when you told me that BB is in the scale of B, BB, and BBB,
yeah,
like that was mind blowing.
It's like the batteries all over again.
They are making an appearance. I feel like they could have made an appearance here today.
I feel like the batteries probably would have swept, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think we would be reminiscing over like playing Wii Sports.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the 5Ws excluding members, but maybe we excluded the batteries. Either way, BBs. I've never fired a BB gun.
Have you ever fired any sort of gun?
Paintball gun.
Yeah.
But
I've never paintballed.
Other than that, no.
How did you find that experience?
It was okay. I think, I don't know, there are some people who really connect with it in some kind of way where they really like the adrenaline and that kind of thing. And at the end of the day, it's a game, right? So there was that element of it that I enjoyed. But I don't know, it does feel like a lot of responsibility, even when you're using paintballs, which aren't particularly harmful, but can really hurt if they're in the wrong place. Because when I went paintballing, somebody got like a paintball like through the visor, like right underneath the eye, and that's
brutal.
That was brutal.
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of the same with BB guns. Like I was looking at, like they're very heavily regulated in the UK for that reason, because they can still do a lot of damage, even though BBs themselves are just 4.4 millimeters in width.
Wow,
which is the same width as like I was looking at like what else is 4.4 millimeters, and the audio jacks.
Yes.
So if you're ever in a situation where you give me all your money unless you can tell me two things that are 4.4 millimeters in width, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I've never fired a BB gun. Am I right in thinking that BB ammo is used in airsoft guns? Is that what airsoft is?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
I think it's the same thing.
I've never had the desire to do it, really.
I never really want to. I'll keep to the old fisticuffs. Thank you very much.
I think it's a good outlet for people who, because there are some kids in like primary school who really wanted to like join the army and stuff. And I think that's a good outlet. Like, if you have a party or whatever. I've just never particularly been a fan of it.
Yeah. Same. Right.
Speaking of things, no, wait, hold on. Speaking negatively of things that I'm not a fan of. So things I am a fan of. GG's.
Worst segue ever. Asked to leave, simply the best.
The rise and fall.
GG's. good games. Of course, the famous phrase from...
Did you say good games?
Well, I was thinking, like, we're talking about
GG's.
Good game. Obviously, you say good game to someone.
People definitely interchange between typing GG and GG's.
Yeah.
But I think they mean the same thing. I actually think it's taken on a meaning of its own outside of the abbreviation good game. How
would you describe that meaning?
I think it's like a courtesy. It's almost like a pleasantry. It's like saying, how are you to someone, even if you don't want to know.
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
you never really want to know.
Even if it wasn't a good game. If it was a good game, you're definitely going to say GG's.
Yeah.
But if you're in an online game and it wasn't great, everybody types GG.
It's like a handshake, isn't it? At the end, like a virtual handshake.
Yeah, which I actually think there's something quite wholesome about that.
Yeah.
In the world of online gaming, which is inherently
unwholesome.
Toxic. Yes.
Yeah. There's like, of course, it being online gaming, there's like, I think there's the more toxic variations of it. Like when someone's absolutely destroying you and before the game's even over, they say GG. That is like enough to make a grown man cry. And then there's like GG easy, which is like the very toxic variation of that.
But there are some positive variations. GG, well played.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that. GG, have fun, etc. I think, there's always going to be bad eggs in a group of eggs.
That's true. There's always going to be a Judas.
In the 12 Disciples.
Yeah.
They've got another mention. Maybe they should have gone further.
Recurring character.
In their bracket. Yeah, I like GG. I think there's a reason it's been around for so long.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been around for like the existence of online gaming, interestingly. I was like trying to think, is there any history to this at all? But it was just like 90s online gaming becomes a thing, like chat rooms, and people started throwing it around.
But I do think compared to other internet slang of the time of early online gaming, it's persisted.
Yeah.
People still use it nowadays, whereas there are other terms people have forgotten, abandoned in the wasteland.
Let's bring back ruffle.
Ruffle is like, because LMAO and ruffle were like around at the same time. But people still say LMAO.
LMAO with like loads of O's.
Yeah, but they do not say ruffle.
No.
If you say ruffle now,
they take you out the back and shoot you if you say ruffle now.
You're one of the bad eggs in the group of eggs.
You're the Judas.
You are the Judas if you say ruffle. Rufflecopter.
To me, it sounds like GG has scraped a win. Well, maybe not scraped, but
Yeah, I just don't think we have any kind of... We have quite a connection to the GGs and good games.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of good games in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really play a lot of BBs in our lives. We don't shoot BBs.
Between BBs from the BB guns and from between... Oh my God. Oh, man alive. I've actually like lost the ability to speak. This has never happened to me before. GG's, you are. That's the first time that's ever happened to me where I've just like on air where I've just my words have just failed me.
I love how you just got it over and done with at the end. You were just like, GG's, you are. That was quite how people say GG's.
Yeah.
Get it over and done with. GG.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
WWW, aka the World Wide Web.
Wow.
Versus EE.
It's in the game.
It's in the network.
Hey. UK's best mobile network. Well, that was actually quite good.
That was a really good Kevin Bacon.
Wow.
It's like he's in the room with us.
Oh, we'll get there. Maybe he is. He's in the room with all of us. Whatever room you're in right now, he's
there.
He's at least 6 rooms away.
He's in the walls. I can hear him. WWW, the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
What can you really say about this one?
Just for some context before we get into this.
If you don't know.
Reuben's a computer science student.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with computers, as you may have discerned. So I think this is quite a big player in a big game.
Obviously, yeah.
For anyone
in like our generation, especially, like we've grown up with this thing existing all our lives. But I think being kind of the nerdy flavor that it's like especially been.
Just for some context, I'm 21 years old. Reuben is 68 years old.
I just have a really good skincare routine. Internet well, the internet. This is the bad thing. A lot of people conflate the internet with the World Wide Web.
Interesting, but it's
Don't
not.
do that. The World Wide Web, the internet is like the hardware, the like actual networked setup of like all of the computer systems. www. The World Wide Web was invented by Tim Berners-Lee. It was originally like a science thing, but then it got opened up for all of us plebs to use. And the world has been changed forever since.
Definitely. I think it's one of the biggest changes, one of the biggest inventions in modern history, right?
Yeah.
Thinking about how different society is from 1993 when this was invented to now. I mean, how much, I know we all use computers in terms of phones, but how much everything that we do on there relies on some form of the internet, some developed form of it.
Yeah.
Of the www World Wide Web.
You could have the experience of growing up without the internet. Like you were maybe like an 80s kid, or maybe it comes about like as you're entering adulthood. Would you want that?
No, I don't think I'd change like my childhood in terms of that aspect of it. But I do think there could have been, it was really exciting at the time, and I understand that, but I think regulation, and we're seeing this even nowadays, with the newer inventions that are coming out, regulation at the start of something before it gets released to the masses, I think is a good thing.
Yes.
Because I think we're in a situation now where you can't stop it.
Yeah.
Even if you want to go back, because I know a lot of, not to get political in this place, but governments are going back and saying, oh, maybe we should have banned social media for under 16s and things.
Yeah.
But that should have been thought about, in 1994. Not by Tim Berners-Lee per se, but by, politicians.
Although I guess it's like so hard when it's like 1994 and it's like, well, the information superhighway. And it would be so hard to conceive of like what what people could have possibly like made and done with the internet, like in the weird late stage of it that we're in now.
Yeah, so they were probably thinking like the end result was like
Wikipedia,
going to the toilet in a restaurant and searching up how to eat a shrimp or something. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't think I'd change anything. I think I would. I enjoyed using the World Wide Web.
Yeah, it has very much informed the person I am. So my time spent on the Super Mario Wiki has very much informed the type of person I am today, and I wouldn't change that. I think obviously, like the World Wide Web has caused bad in the world, but I think you'd be very hard pressed to argue that it's not been net positive
I would agree
for
with that.
the world, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
100%.
Right. That's the internet. No, that's not
No
blunder. That's the World Wide Web.
Wow.
And this is EE,
the UK's best mobile network.
Yeah. Another very iconic logo. I very much like the EE color combination, like the light blue and the yellow.
It's unique, isn't it? For sure.
Up there with the AA.
Do you use EE?
No, I'm on Labara.
Sorry. Run that back one more time.
I'm on Labara.
Okay. Okay.
What are you on? Are you on GIFGAF or something?
I'm on ID Mobile. So not much better.
Don't come at me. Come swinging at me when
I didn't say anything. You just said I'm on Labara, and every listener went,
it's cheap.
Sounds it. Right.
Wow, crazy. Class warfare. EE, famous mofile. I've lost the
mofile sounds like something you should be locked up.
They have Kevin Bacon in all their adverts. You all have seen EE.
Yeah.
He's had Kevin Bacon for a while now. I don't know when.
Yeah, they've been rinsing that guy.
Yeah.
He must be rolling in EE money.
Yeah, I've seen like exponentially more EE adverts with Kevin Bacon than I have like actual things that Kevin Bacon stars
I agree,
in.
Yes.
Yeah. The Kevin Bacon, of course, there's this thing. I think this was actually the reason EE originally got Kevin Bacon to do their stuff. Because this is like early web thing of the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? Or the X degrees of Kevin Bacon of you'd pick an actor and it would be like, this actor stars in this film with someone else, and how many links does it take to reach Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
So I had a look at what Michael's Bacon number is. So for Kevin Bacon would have a Bacon number of 0. he is Kevin Bacon. And then if you starred in a film with Kevin Bacon, which Michael hasn't, he would have a Bacon number of 1, and then so on and so forth. So with Michael, I've constructed the chain of Michael to Benji Fishy, who is the Valorant and Fortnite player who you have colluded with on...
Interviewed.
Yeah.
Spoken to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you, in a sense, starred in an interview with him.
Yep.
Who has starred in Fortnite videos with
tournaments.
Tyler Ninja Blevins, who starred in the hit movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
Who was in R.I.P.D. with Kevin Bacon. So your Bacon number is 5, and my Bacon number, by extension, is 6.
So are we counting Kevin Bacon in the Bacon number?
It's
because you said he was 0, but he's counted here.
Oh, that's true. Have I messed up your Bacon number? Because it's like if it's a graph, then it's like the number of edges between you and Kevin Bacon, right? So maybe it's 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's 4.
You're going up.
I have another route to Kevin Bacon. So my dad was a stage actor, and he acted with Martin Freeman, who played the Hobbit, and was in many other things, Nativity,
The Office.
The Office. Yeah, and I looked it up, and he was in a film with Joe Bacon. Who was in a film with Kevin Bacon. So that's another 4.
Have you ever starred in anything with your dad, though?
Oh, my birth. I mean, maybe, yeah, no, he was there. He was there.
Good.
Went out to get some milk. I'll be right back.
So that's Kevin Bacon. But EE in general, neither of us have ever used EE.
No.
I was looking, they've had a bit of a rise and fall. I think they talk the big talk. They were the most complained about provider in 2015.
I mean, that was 11 years ago.
Well, yeah. Maybe they've cleaned up their act, you'd think. But just 2 years ago, 2024, 2.8 million fine for failing to provide clear contract information to their customers.
Ooh.
So that's £1 for every person that the AA went out and helped, basically.
When you put it like that,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Not good.
I mean, 2.8 million fine is probably nothing for them.
Yeah.
But for us, it's something.
Yeah.
And that shows that they're not valuing their customers with the clear contract information. I like Kevin Bacon in the adverts, but that I've never used EE.
Yeah. You have to separate the art from the artist here, I think. The art being Kevin Bacon and the artist being EE.
Right. But we are talking about the artist.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not talking about the art, right?
So, as far as the artist goes,
it's not that great.
Yeah.
And also, I don't like to pull this argument very much, but I think it's applicable here. Without the World Wide Web, there's no EEs there.
Exactly.
So, I think we've come to a verdict.
Lock it in.
I think between the World Wide Web and EE, World Wide Web, you are...
There it is.
We're speeding through this one today. We might actually get to hear more than a verse of the song.
If you're lucky. We have in our final matchup of the day, well, not final matchup of the day, final first round matchup, Triple H of WWE fame versus Triple Z's, catching some Z's, catching some Z's, snoring.
I think Triple H is my favorite entry in this category.
Okay.
Because it's not a traditional, like, HH. It was not that. Yeah. But when I thought of it, it was just like, it works so well.
A bolt from the blue.
Yeah. I'm not. That makes it sound like I'm familiar with Triple H. I'm not really. So do you want to give us the rundown?
Yeah. Okay. So Triple H is former wrestler known for his signature move, the pedigree, which Wikipedia described as a double underhook facebuster.
I think there might be like a dictionary of wrestling terms.
Yeah.
That like you need to read before you can describe finishing moves.
Yeah. I don't know what I can imagine what a facebuster is.
I don't know what double underhook is.
I think from the images, I was looking on Google Images.
Okay.
It's like you grab the person at the combat end of the pedigree.
Yeah.
Has their arms pinned behind their back, and you just kind of like slam them into the ground. So you can imagine how one's face gets busted.
Yes.
In that scenario.
Yes.
He did that for a while. He actually botched that move once, and actually did some serious neck buster to this guy Marty Garner, another wrestler. So that's not good. But he has since made absolute mint from just being like WWE executive and promoter. And he's like married into the family of the famous Vince McMahon now. And he's like in the big leagues, basically.
Wow.
The big leagues is cooling.
How do you feel about WWE? I've never watched it religiously, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Wrestling has never appealed to me, but there is. I don't like the I don't like the kind of macho side of WWE, but I do very much enjoy the kind of theatrical side of it, because I feel like a lot of sports are taken very seriously, but I like with WWE there's that kind of element of like theater, and everyone's kind of in on the bit of like this isn't actually like completely real, which I respect a lot. I enjoy that side of it.
That is literally exactly what I was going to say. I think like the fact that we all know they're kind of writing the story.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it any less of a great story. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, live sports has its drama, but they've been able to do things with WWE that you would never be able to do in like if this was actual fighting.
Yeah, and it's like birthed like John Cena, of course.
Yeah.
The Rock.
I think those two are the most famous.
Yeah, Triple H isn't quite up there.
I think it goes like John Cena, The Rock, Randy Orton, Triple H.
Yeah.
And probably the Mysterio. Is he a wrestler? Or is he the villain from Gru from Despicable Me 2?
He's the villain from Spider-Man
Far From Home.
Yeah. Where did you pull Mysterio from?
I don't know. No, Rey Mysterio. He's a wrestler.
Oh, is
Rey
he?
Mysterio.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we were just waffling.
But I think Triple H is definitely up there.
Yeah.
And nice to see that he's, transitioned into, executing the stories.
Executing.
Yes.
Yeah, he would definitely win. If he came to any of these other competitors today in like physical combat, he would definitely emerge victorious.
He would sleep them, you could say.
Yeah, he would.
Speaking of,
our
competitor against Triple H today is
Honk Shu.
Honk Shmee indeed. It's the Zeds, the triple Zeds, the classic onomatopoeia for snoring, or for just sleeping in general, really.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily have to be snoring. Yeah, I like sleep.
Yeah.
Have I ever made the Z sound? I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say you much of a snorer. Based on, we used to have a lot of sleepovers as a kid. You're not a snorer, although you are very quick to get to sleep. You're like 40, you were catching 50 winks when you go to bed. It's like, I am someone who takes a while to get to sleep. And you're just out like a light.
I am. I'm an insta sleep, and I sleep very deeply.
I envy you so much.
Barely anything can wake me up. So maybe if anyone on this show would be catching the Z's, I have many Z's.
Yeah.
I have many Z's. You're not a snorer.
I'm not a snorer as far as I'm aware. I am a big proponent of onomatopoeia in general.
Okay.
I've prepared, if we've got time, I've got a brief onomatopoeia quiz. So I was looking at the origin of like z for snoring.
Okay.
And it was like a comic book thing. They wanted something to represent that sound. And sometimes they draw a little picture of like a saw cutting some wood, which is interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
But then the Z's stuck. So I've got some other onomatopoeia phrases. And I looked at the old Google Ngram viewer and like found out when the origin year of these.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to have a quick. There's 3 of these. Kaboom. What year do you think that originated?
1952.
1926.
Whoa.
So not far off.
Okay.
Which makes it, post First World War. That makes sense. They needed a sound to describe what happened when the soldiers were coming back.
Yeah. I was thinking post World War II, but that makes sense.
So yeah, you kind of got the time frame right as well, if it was post World War II. Thud.
I'm going like 1881.
1611.
So
you're right in like going further back.
But...
I was looking at like what actually happened in 1611 to warrant this. The King James Bible was published. So I imagine that's a lot of the King James Bible is like the deluxe edition. So there's a lot of heavy books being dropped on tables.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the origin.
Yeah.
And then lastly, clang.
I'm gonna go early. 1425.
1552.
Oh.
So you've done not bad. You haven't done badly. Had a huge peak in the 1550s that some reason. I don't know
wonder
why.
if horseshoes
Maybe
were invented around there.
I was thinking
something like that.
the height of the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah,
They were putting together
maybe.
all those Ottomans, and they
Blacksmiths and
had
things.
to, yeah.
I don't know. They're putting together. Wait, sorry. Run that phrase back. But Z's, I think, probably one of the most. I don't know. Nobody says it. This is why I'm struggling to say it out loud.
Yeah,
Because what do you say? Zzz,
yeah,
or ZZ. What?
yeah. ZZZ. We say like catch them Z's, catch them Z's,
Catch
but
them Z's,
it's
that's
not
true.
quite the same.
Mm.
I'm not. I'm kind of leaning towards Triple H.
So am I. I think he's had a long and arduous career.
Yeah.
He's got he's made a name for himself in wrestling. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from when he's neck busting.
I like sleep, but I don't like snoring, and I don't think it's the strongest onomatopoeia of all time.
I agree.
So between Triple H and Zzz, Triple H, you are. You want to have a quick recap of what we've just experienced?
Yeah, let's do it. Some real surprises today. So, in the first round, it was AA, the Road Company, versus the 5 Ws, and AA came out on top. It was then BB from BB Gun fame versus GG's of online gaming fame, and GG's came out on top. It was then the World Wide Web, www. versus EE, and World Wide Web came out on top again, and Triple H versus some Z's. And Triple H moves through to the next round.
Wowzers, trousers. So we've got a little song for you. We probably hear one verse of this. This is in the spirit of repeated things.
Yeah.
We have Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter.
Please, please, please.
Please keep listening. Please, please, please.
We are begging you. No, okay. Should we do the semi-finals?
Let's jump into it.
Okay, first up, AA, the Road Company, versus GG's. Good game.
This is a good game.
This is a good game.
There's the immediate thing that springs to mind is GG's. We kind of mulled over a bit. Sound like I said mulled over, but I mulled.
We are
over.
kind of mulled over.
The kind of toxic aspects of it, whereas the AA is one of those competitors where, as far as my research goes, and I think in both of our eyes, it's just like all good.
Yeah, and I think the fact that we both don't drive and yet are still so appreciative of the service that the AA provides. And you didn't, I mean, you weren't in a car that much growing up at all, right?
I was not. No, we didn't have a car at home.
I don't think I've ever been picked up by the AA.
But it's just, I see one of those yellow vans going by. I'm like, respect, brother. You know,
good on you.
Yeah,
I think GG's has its place, and it does represent online gaming culture in a good way.
Yeah, although online gaming culture in general is
it's
a whole nother beast.
I think I'm really struggling to find anything negative about the AA.
Yeah, I mean the one thing that's maybe scandalous. If we're not even scandalous, I was going to say like the origin of the AA was that they were erecting road signs to warn drivers of police speed traps, which like that's just like road safety. That's still a good thing.
Yeah.
So they've always been on the right side of history, as far as I'm concerned.
I just looked up AA lawsuits to see if I could find anything, and I've been given American Airlines is currently facing multiple legal lawsuits. That's not what we're talking about. That does track.
The name of the AA has been cleared.
Wow. I'm proud of the AA.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for that reason, unfortunately, GG's, I've said it so many times, I don't think you can move on here.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to say GG's to GG today.
Well, GG's. In the semi-final matchup, AA versus GG's. The AA, you are.
I got that.
You just caught that one in time.
I got that in time. That was me fading out Sabrina Carpenter and forgetting to unfade out the track.
Next up, for the second spot, the coveted spot in the final, the World Wide Web, www. versus Triple H.
Ooh.
I think Triple H is the underdog here.
Very much so.
I think because when I said, I was just reading them out then, and the gravity of www.
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
Yeah. The fact that it prepends every single address for like any resource on the internet, and it doesn't even like need to. That was just a like there's no formal specification of like we must do this, but we all just like collectively decided one day. It kind of sounds cold. www. And then we just started doing it.
And I think the fact that it was just invented one day by one guy who was just like, I'm just going to invent stuff.
Yeah.
I think it represents a time of like the young internet. And I really like young internet aesthetic. Whoa.
Yeah, I feel like we're very much in the stalling stage now of like stuff's being invented and like innovations in technology that we really don't want or aren't kind of meaningful in any way. But the internet is like the exact opposite of that, right?
Yeah. I just respect www. Man.
Yeah.
How can you not? I respect Triple H. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have the same personal connection, I don't think.
Yeah, right. And what makes me feel a bit better is like Triple H did get his flowers, right? We're not like denying him of his only chance at success here. He had his run as the top dog, busting faces, and now he's making big bucks as an executive. So like, as far as Triple H is concerned,
I'm sure he's okay with this.
Losing it simply the best
to the World Wide Web, no less.
Yeah, I think this is what he would have wanted, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So between Triple H and www. That's a lot. Can you say it? My words are failing me today.
www. You are. Wow, we've made it to the final.
This is a pretty stacked matchup.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I think we often have a final made up of these two genres of topics.
Yeah.
Where it's like one of them is faultless, one of them has flaws, but is so influential. It's a bit like MLK and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
In the first ever episode.
Yeah, we had one last week as well, didn't we? The letter O versus the bagel.
Yes.
Where it's like David and Goliath.
And David, as he did in the fable, pulled through.
But this one feels slightly different because usually those behemoths get to the final just by sheer aura power.
Yeah.
Whereas with the World Wide Web, I do feel quite a personal connection to that as well. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I think we've grown up with it. We've grown up literally with it, as in it has progressed since we have grown up. You know what I mean? So it didn't start out as it is today, and we've kind of watched that development grow. I also think something we haven't mentioned that was on the doc is 75% roughly of the world's population use the internet.
Yeah.
That's about 6 billion people.
That's true. What's 3 million breakdowns solved as a percentage of like people in the UK? What is that?
4%? 3%?
Yeah, you're the maths guy, I trust you. But it's not quite the same numbers, is it?
No, it's not. But I think this is a question of scope. The AA, they do what they do, and they do it very, very well. The World Wide Web is taking on a different beast.
Yes.
And I don't know.
It's tricky because in my head I've got like the web in its current state, which maybe isn't such a great thing. And then I feel like, well, it's us that made it that way, not the web itself. But then what is the web if not
a representation
of
the consciousness? I think I'm leaning towards World Wide Web.
I am. Normally, like there's been a lot of other situations, like, you know, we had the round robin, we had like these kind of underdog competitors who come through. But the AA, as much as, you know, I bow down to the AA for their awesome, amazing services. There's 2 A's there. There's just not the X factor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And the personal attachment.
They do what they do really, really well. But the World Wide Web is just a different behemoth.
Yeah, different beast entirely.
And for that, I think it deserves the crown. Between everything in the world with repeated letters, the World Wide Web www.is. I'm now wondering if AA batteries.
I think they would have swept. I think they would have been overpowered.
Maybe that's made this episode more interesting.
Yeah,
they weren't here.
They can come back in future. Maybe things with two poles.
I feel like that might be a little bit too specific. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left of the show.
Perfect. That's just enough time for a little segment that we like to call
Lightning Round.
I still love that jingle.
I love it so much. That you cooked with that one. This is the part of the show where we take your suggestions and we give them a number out of 10, and we give some lucky winner, a prize.
And we announce the topic on our Instagram at Simply the Best Show. So go and give that a follow if you haven't yet, and you can submit, and we'll judge.
Yes.
What's the prize for this week?
The prize is sponsors, friends of the show, the Card Factory. I had to go once again to get someone a birthday card. No, before it was a Christmas card. This time it was a birthday card.
Very different.
And my eyes popped out of my skull when I realized they were doing a 2 for 3. No, wait, no, that would be a terrible Mark's business strategy. 3 for 2 discount.
Wow.
So I've picked up 2 birthday cards. If you or a loved one is probably a loved one, you're not going to get yourself a birthday card. But if there's a birthday coming up,
I really need this right now.
Yeah, self-love.
True.
You can either have one that says "Happy Birthday," have a good one. This is like a neutral birthday card for maybe someone.
What the hell is the second card?
Who you don't know quite so well. Then there's this one which says "Happy Birthday" to a true classic.
Oh, that's good.
And it's got like a kind of gold record being played. I really like this one.
I really like that one. I should have submitted something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've kind of given them the choice now, but if you want to kind of give back to me, then please don't take the record one, because I really like that one.
Okay, here we go.
Do you want to? I feel like I always end up ranking. Do you want to switch it around? Do you want?
Yeah,
I'll throw
I'm
these
happy to
out
rank.
at you, and we can kind of do this. So the theme this week was classic combos. So from Julie, my mother, first of all, we have tea and toast.
Okay, you can call me crazy. I'm gonna give this one a 5. I don't like tea, first of all. I like fruit tea. Yeah. But if I'm having a fruit tea,
I'm not going to have
toast with it.
Yeah.
I love Julie, but I don't love that suggestion.
That is outrageous suggestion. Yeah, I would agree. I like tea, but I don't think I would put the combination of tea and toast itself too much higher. Popcorn combos at the cinema from Anvi. So
as in, is that?
I think like sweet and salty, the classic combo.
See, I was thinking popcorn and cinema, which is a classic combo.
That is a classic combo.
And I would probably rate that an 8. But sweet and salty, 7. I prefer salty, so I would just rather have salty. But, it's good that it's there.
Yeah. Another one from Anvi, fish and chips. And she's pointed out, I'm an Indian veggie. Well, I'm not an Indian veggie.
Luckily, I am not an Indian veggie. I'm pescatarian, so I eat fish. So fish and chips is good. Classic meal. And it's made its name in British culture, I think.
Yeah, I'm a veggie that's not Indian. And even I, in my prime, was partial to the temptations of fish and chips.
Yeah. 8.5.
Nice. Noah has written in 2 number 9s, number 9 large, and number 6 with extra dip.
And a large soda.
Big Smoke's order from GTA.
GTA 4, I think.
3, I want to say.
Oh, maybe 3.
Might be capping.
This is a classic meme. If you don't know it, I'd recommend looking it up. Big Smoke's order from GTA. 8.6.
Ooh. Okay. It's got the edge. Michael and Reuben from Danny. That's classic.
They know how to get us.
A little bit of glazing in the lightning round.
They know how to get us, don't they? But I think this shows a good representation of our dynamic.
Yeah.
I think the listeners will understand. I'm going to give that a 9.
This is from Bex of Bex on the Decks fame, fellow Burn show. So do tune in to that. I don't know when Bex on the Decks is on air, but
I love that name.
At some point, Bex is on the decks.
Great name.
Cat and Mouse.
Cat and Mouse. That's a good one. I'm going to give that 8.5.
Ooh. There's a lot.
Strong ones.
There's not much in it today.
No.
This is another one from Danny. Characters about to kiss and an unexpected ringing phone.
Danny's absolutely smashed it out of the park today. Yeah. That is a classic. Truly classic combo.
Unexpected interruption.
I'm going to give that a 9-2.
Yeah, that is a great suggestion.
Love
that. One more from Barry. From Barry?
Whoa.
From Danny. Paul and Barry Chuckle. The Chuckle brothers.
Classic. Rest in peace. Are they dead?
One of them is.
Yeah.
So they're chuckling. One day they'll be chuckling in the big chuckle vision in the sky together.
8.89. Danny's absolutely boshed it today.
Yeah.
Top 3 scores.
What was the winner?
The winner was characters about to kiss and an unexpected phone ringing.
That is such a funny trope. My other favorite trope of that genre is the smash cut of some guy saying you will never catch me doing that, and it smash cut to him doing that. That always makes me giggle.
Yeah, that would have won if somebody next time.
Yeah,
submit that if it's applicable.
Take notes.
Well done, Danny.
Well done, Danny. Another gift that I can post to you, which is very convenient. You won the stamps before from the lost episode of Simply the Best.
You're gonna post a
birthday card,
a blank birthday card. So Danny
I've got to add another envelope round it so that he still can use the envelope for the card. Anyway, that's a wrap.
What a wrap it was. Really great episode today.
I had a whale of a time today.
As always.
I hope you all did too.
Enjoy this rainy Friday. And what you can play us out with?
A little bit of Stevie Wonder, I think.
Classic.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Oh,
I'm yours. Which is that's the birthday card speaking. Right.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.